Hey, this is Gary with Today for Tomorrow and your tip of the week. Without a doubt, the easiest way for individuals to address global warming is by planting a tree. But today I'm going to take it one step further and I'm going to plant a fruit tree. You're sinking carbon just like any other tree, but by planting a fruit tree, you're also drastically reducing your carbon footprint as it relates to that fruit you would otherwise be buying in a supermarket, where it might be shipped across an ocean or trucked across a country. You get the picture. So I'll take you through a step-by-step process today of planting a fruit tree and hopefully convince you to do the same thing. All right, so this all starts with three things. One, you have to select a species of tree. Two, you have to consider the size of the tree, because that's going to kind of give you an idea of where the location can and can't be. And finally, you want to consider sunlight. Some trees will fruit in mottled sunlight, but every tree needs sun to fruit. Usually that's full sun. Now, maybe you're going to work with a part of your yard where you can give it the space and you can give it the sunlight, and then you're going to select a tree. I kind of worked backwards because I had only one space left because I have a whole food forest, and this space really needed a tree that could be small and work with some kind of mixed mottled sunlight. So it was backwards for me. I had to start with kind of the species. So my species I chose was carambola, starfruit, in specific the bell starfruit, which is my favorite variety. So once you have all that sorted out, it's time to dig the hole. But one more tip: when possible, if you have the patience, buy a small tree. Small trees are much easier, obviously, to lug around, but they also grow a lot more quickly too. All right, let's get into the hole, let's get into the fun part, and let's dig a hole and plant that tree. Okay, so real simple. Before you start digging, make sure there's no electrical things you're gonna, hit, anything that could be dangerous or knock out some power, and of course sprinkler systems as well. You don't want to be crushing sprinkler lines. Secondly, you want to dig a hole roughly twice the size at least of the rootstock that you're going to put in it. And thirdly, you want to make sure that that rootstock, when you do plant it, that the top of that is able to be at or just above the existing soil level. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your existing soil and you're going to mix it with the soil improver. Usually I would use compost, but I'm out of compost right now, so I chose organic cow manure. Mix it 50-50, and that's going to give your plant a nice head start, some nice loose soil, some high nutrients to go ahead and send out those roots and get a jump start on growing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and plant the tree and turn off the camera, and we'll get back to it when it's actually in the ground. I want to give you one tip for those of you who aren't too experienced. A lot of times these trees will get root bound in the pot, and one of the easy ways to loosen them up is to just go ahead and bang on the pot. This with one hand, it'd be easier too. Just kind of rotate it around and give it a little bang, and if you do that all the way around, it's going to pull out a lot more easily. Okay, so it's in the ground and I've already watered it. It's nice and wet, and you want to really water it this first time because you're trying to get that soil nice and moist for the plant so it doesn't go into shock, but B, you're really trying to get all the voids and the little air pockets you created to kind of collapse and let that soil, that hole really fill itself. So I'm going to go ahead and blast it one more time here. And then I can step on it if I need to kind of just knock it down into place a little more and make sure it's really seated in there. Okay, moving forward, it's just going to be daily watering, keeping it nice and moist. Tree this size and kind of mottled sunlight, probably only need to do it for 2 weeks. The larger the tree, the more the sunlight, you're going to kind of extend that up to maybe 2 months and really just keep it wet every day. And once it's established, you can back off to kind of watering it with everything else. Well, that's it. The proverbial low-hanging fruit. Look at this. Low-hanging fruit of how to help save our planet from your own backyard is plant fruit trees. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you, like me, get addicted to it and do a whole food forest. But either way, please plant a fruit tree. It's the little things we do in our daily lives today that really do have such a big impact in all of our tomorrows. Thanks for watching.